Story of Anton is actually best told by Maxim himself. Maxim is running the shelter pretty much on the ground in Gostomel, and he is a fascinating, inspiring speaker. He has very good English. I tried to convince him to record a video with Anton's story. I try to do my best to at least give you an idea what this is about. So it's about Gostomel shelter and this guy. So this is Anton, and he don't looks very happy at the moment, and he has some reason for it. Here's another picture. And Anton is a survivor from Gostomel airport. He spent his life there. Yeah, Anton was living like many other stray dogs on the Antonov airport during the invasion and even after the Ukrainian army had to pull back and then shelled the landing strip. So the dogs were there all the time, lived through all that. And Anton was actually living there after the deoccupation, but nobody could get to him because Anton had a serious problem. And I'm not sure if you want to see this, but this is reality for many animals. He had a huge tumor, and I'm going to show it now. If somebody don't likes to see graphic stuff, then you need to look away for a second.
Away from the screen too.
So this is a very huge tumor on his left leg. And people tried to get close to him, to get him help, but Anton was, he was pulling away, he was not getting close to people. But finally, he got weaker and weaker and weaker, and the people from the shelter were trying to get to him quite often, but they never did.
They tried for many, many months.
Yeah. But finally, he got so weak, and you can see basically on these pictures I just showed how he's basically like nearly a skeleton, except this tumor. And he came to the people who are working at the airport right now, and he was giving himself into their care. He was getting food, and then he could basically be caught. And let me show this. Oh, sorry for this. Yeah, they could catch him and bring him to an animal clinic. And that's where he got his name. Because Maxim was asked about, what should we write in the paperwork for the surgery? And he said, okay, Antonov Airfield, it's Anton. So he finally got surgery, but unfortunately, it's a little difficult, sorry guys. They had to remove the whole leg because this tumor was way too big to just get rid of it. So Anton is now living on 3 legs. This is shortly after the surgery. And
I can maybe show this photo.
Yeah, I think I have it here.
Okay.
Thank you, Tone. Yeah, that's how he looks now. The surgery is not too long ago, but he is recovering. And Maxim and the guys at the shelter are looking to find a guardian for him. That's a person in the shelter that is spending time with a specific animal, that is paying for food and maybe even for veterinarian care. So, and the message behind Anton's story is that Anton is just one example for many, many tragic stories. Of course, this war is not only harming humans, civilians, soldiers, defenders. There are so many animals, wildlife that is suffering, is displaced, like Ukrainian citizens as well. And the war that the guys at the shelter are fighting is to save as many lives as possible. And that's Maxim's words. And what they are looking for is not only donations, they are looking for people who want to work with the shelter, who want to support by trying to find places. Of course, every animal they could place in a family is basically a new spot where they can take in some dog or cat in need. They have over 500 in the shelter. They are trying to do whatever they can with the limited amount of resources they have. There are fantastic people there, and they are trying to reach a very high level of quality. For example, Maxim was telling us they don't want donated food that is expired. He said there's no point in that. We are just lowering our standard, and we will pay later when the animal is not fed well. It will cause problems. It will need treatment, so we need a high quality food and treatment for the animals we can have, and we need to find a place for them. So it's basically, support Gostomel shelter with donations, like we do as a community every week. And if you want to try to engage with them, try to find out if you can do more, if you want to donate directly for the ambassador for all the animals at the shelter to Anton, then mention that in your donation comment. Yeah, and Maxim was mentioning that you can interact in English with Gostomel shelter via Instagram. I think Maria is taking care of that. So, long story short, keep on supporting. Anton is a tragic example for many other animals. Yeah.
But
that need
he
support.
can also be the one who makes us think that, it's good hearts. I don't know how to explain it. He can make us. No, forget it. I don't find the words. I swallow them. Sorry.
Okay.
This story is indeed a bit heartbreaking, and I saw the chat was like, I feel like when you were telling the story, my heart was, how do you call this when it's like
Crunching squeezing a little bit.
I still want to, like, my eyes might get wet at some point, like still can get wet, and still it's good that we have people like them in Gostomel shelter who could save him, because it's still a happy ending, and dogs.
No, it's not yet.
He's still recovering.
He's recovering, and the ultimate goal is not to have them at the shelter, to have them in a family. The shelter is not the end stage.
Okay.
It should be
exactly
a short amount of time.
The happy ending is when they are in a family that cares for them.
I totally agree. So, but at least this dog is alive, and this dog have this tumor removed, And you know, the absence of the tumor and a leg, yes, the absence of a leg is bad, but dogs can perfectly live on three
Oh, yeah,
legs.
yeah.
They adapt much better than humans. I mean, the strong humans adapt well, like
Yeah.
Titanovi,
Yeah.
like other veterans with amputations. You know, they can adapt. They can do it without legs. They can get prosthetics. The most important thing is the will and you know, the strong soul, strong heart. You know, you need not to give up, and you can achieve everything. And dogs, just like Titanovi, they adapt like super well, and they figure out how to live on three legs instead of four. So let's hope he will get his family soon. I think if we make this story, yeah, but the problem is it's not
He's
that easy
an
to adopt them from
He's an
abroad.
ambassador.
Anton is an ambassador.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually.
And there are so many fantastic animals at this shelter. Cats, from puppy to old gray dogs that are it's. If you come to Kyiv, visit Gostomel shelter. If you like to volunteer, we were actually cleaning windows and removing stickers, leftover stickers from the frames for a few days, but it was the work that was needed to get a step further, because everybody of the staff has every day so much to
Cleaning,
do with
feeding.
cleaning, feeding, everything. So animals keeper's job starts every day at 0, and then you work through it, and you have a little amount of extra time you can invest to get a tiny step further. Yeah, and that's a reality of animal.
Yeah,
keeping.
and washing windows the way we did it is not a priority when you have lots of hungry dogs.
Yeah,
So they need to feed them and clean the poop and clean everything in the box.
yeah,
I think
Yeah.
every aspect of and any kind of work is important. It may seem inconvenient in the first glance, like cleaning the windows, but damn it, I think it's important because it's also part of cleaning. That's first, and secondly, having clean windows brings more integrity to the place.
Yep.
And it brings it's not only the clean, they were new and you had to get out the firm out of them, right?
Yeah,
Or film, how do you call this thing?
the stickers, the
stickers, the
frames.
stickers.
yeah.
So basically,
Yeah, and that's Maxime again, praising Maxime. He has such a clear vision. He said, if we bring people in here, showing them the room with the cats, we are actually showing them how they need to prepare their home to be able to have a cat. So it needs to be clean, it needs to be a good example, because we demand from the new family, from the new owner, that they are providing the right care and room and whatever is necessary to keep 1 or 2 cats. And yeah, it's part of the vision. We need to give them a good example. It needs to look neat and clean. So
And it's kind of customers that come there to look at the animals. If they see clean windows, they see that actually it's a shelter that cares about how the animals are doing, in fact, and that they are clean and that they care.
yeah.